Hey guys, so welcome to episode 3. In this episode, I give some weird ass analogies, but just roll with me, okay? I talk a little bit about doing things that feel right and the things that we are confused about, how we can maybe get some clarity on those things. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get into it. Have you guys ever stayed in a situation in any area of your life, whether it be your job, friendship, romantic relationship, in contact with family members? Just any situation that you did not feel brought you any progression in life, any peace, any joy. You didn't feel valued. You no longer felt like that girl or that guy in that situation. Well, that's what this episode is about. If you know anything about me, is that when I am at anybody's place of employment, anybody's job, if I don't feel valued, if I don't feel like I'm respected, if I don't feel like this relationship, this working relationship is going anywhere, I am out of there, because I just don't feel like wasting my time in environments where it's just not progressive. And having to go to a place every single day where you don't feel happy or you don't feel brings you any sense of, I don't know, looking forwardness to what's to come, it's time to go. Except for me, I don't have that same will when it comes to other areas of my life. And so this year, I am making it a point to do inventory on the things, the people, the places that just don't feel very progressive anymore. And that doesn't always have to be a bad thing, although it sometimes feels like it's a bad thing. Because letting go of anything feels bad sometimes, at least to me. But or it can be sad. Let's say that. Letting go can be sad, it can be hard, it can be emotional, depending on what it is that you're letting go. And for me, other areas of my life that I've probably needed to let go a lot sooner, I just have not had that wherewithal, that ability to walk away as I have with many of my places of employment. And so this year I'm focusing a little bit more on doing inventory on the things and the people and the places that make me feel a certain way. I'm sure you're familiar with Coach Stormy Wellington. And if you're not, look her up. Look up Stormy Wellington on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any platform. And I listened to Stormy. And one day I was listening to her, and she said, "When what did she say? She said, when the thrill is gone, the will is gone." And essentially, she was saying you shouldn't be in any situation where you don't feel a thrill, or that anybody in your circle or any situation doesn't feel a thrill to be around you. And if you are in an environment where you feel like you may be being tolerated, or dealt with, or, what's another good word? Um, tolerated is good enough. Let's just use tolerated. It is time to move. It can be hard sometimes when you feel comfortable and when you feel like certain areas, certain people, certain things, certain places are all you know. Comfort can trick you into believing that it's where you should be simply because you're comfortable. And I noticed that oftentimes, at least for me, it's the stability of the discomfort that keeps me there. I don't enjoy the discomfort, but the stability of it. I know what comes of it is there's really no surprises. It doesn't necessarily feel good. In fact, it may feel horrible, but it's not something new that I have to learn. I already know what it brings, what it gives, how I may feel. And that brings a certain sense of stability to me. That to me is just so toxic. That may be one of my toxic traits. When I tell you, when it comes to places of employments and jobs, I hit it out the park every time. If I do not feel valued, if I do not feel like I can be the best version of myself, if I don't feel supported and appreciated and all of those feelings, then quite frankly, I'm out. No love lost. We ain't even gotta be mad at each other, but I'm out. I just don't have that wherewithal in other areas of my life. And so I'm focusing on being more intentional this year, 2022, about being surrounded by people that are thrilled to be surrounded by my energy and are thrilled to be in my space. And I feel thrilled to be in their space. And opportunities that bring me joy, that challenge me, that stretch me. And it doesn't always have to feel good, but it can't primarily feel bad. At least not for me this year. And so this episode 3, I just wanted to talk a little bit about just doing things that feel right to you. And even if those things aren't always the right things to do, they may be the right thing in that moment because it may be exactly what you need to stretch you a little bit more. I don't know about you, but for me, I don't believe in coincidences and I do not believe in irony. I feel things happen exactly the way that they are supposed to happen. And so with that, it's a hard pill to swallow because when you want things to go a certain way and you keep putting in energy and effort and doing everything humanly possible for you to get this outcome that you want, and it doesn't pan out that way. One of the hardest things to accept for me is that maybe it just isn't supposed to pan out that way. And it's crazy because I don't believe in irony and I don't believe in coincidences, which means that I do believe everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen, except when things start happening in my life any other way than the way that I want it to happen, I don't apply that same principle that things happen exactly the way that they're supposed to until I'm exhausted. And I think this year I'm going to be more intentional about seeing things for exactly what they are. And not necessarily trying to shape things into what I want them to be, but seeing them for what they are, and then going to my source, to my creator, spirit, most high, God, whatever you call the supreme being, and asking, what am I supposed to do with this? What do you want me to do with this? And really being clear on my expectations of the situation, what I want, and, you know, really recognizing in these situations, am I able to be the best version of myself? And answering that question, I believe, is going to reveal a lot. I think part of that too is really knowing who we are and knowing what we want, understanding really and truly what it is that we want, so that we can identify what's working and identify what's not working, and then continue working towards the things that we want. What I've found myself doing is I've taken a potato, and because I wanted this potato to be, I don't know, let's think about it. Let's think about this analogy that I'm about to. Because I wanted this potato to turn into chili cheese fries, I'll take that potato and I'll doctor it up and I'll dress it up and I'll try to make it into chili cheese fries. Except with certain components missing, it could never turn into chili cheese fries. If I don't have the chili, if I don't have the cheese, if I don't have all of the things that make up chili cheese fries, just having that potato won't cut it. That is a weird analogy, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes we try to turn something into what it is that we want it to be and look like and feel like. And God is sometimes saying, this is not supposed to be that. This was supposed to be used to stretch you. This was supposed to be used to give you the starting tools, the starting point on what you need. Maybe I was supposed to learn how to cut a potato into fries, and that is as far as I was supposed to go with the potato, and move on to the next step, into a whole nother chapter, and gathering all my other ingredients and supplies and things that I needed to make it exactly what I want. I don't know. Weird analogy, but sometimes we just have to, I think it's important, at least for me, that we say, you know what, God, I know what I want, and I know what I feel like I need. But what do you want from me? And what is it that you feel that I need? And point me in that direction. Because our lives are not our own. And sometimes we just come into this world wanting things for us, having this whole elaborate vision of what our lives should look like. And God has another plan for our lives, and has other people that we need to touch and come in contact with. But we just so gung ho on this is what we want and this is how it needs to look. And then we get upset when God is like, twist it, turn it, bop it however you want. That's not what I have for you. And so you're going to continue to try to make this into what you want it to be made into. But I have so much more in store for you. And so in this season, in this year, just being more aware of the things that feel good to me and the things that don't feel good, really dissecting them really and stepping back and asking the Creator, like, okay, I want this, but what is it that you want from me? What is it that you have for me? Which way should I go? Because ultimately, that's the way that it's going to go. And oftentimes, we find that the things and the paths and just the visions that we have for our lives, they seem great. They might be amazing. But what our Creator has in store for us is so much better. But we get so afraid. We get so afraid of the unknown. So that was episode 3. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a little weird analogy thrown in there. Welcome to my world and how my brain works. I hope you enjoyed episode 3, and I hope you have a most amazing day. Why? Because you deserve it. I'll see you guys on the next episode. So that was episode 3, guys. Weird analogies, right? I know. But I hope that if nothing else, you were able to get something from this episode. A lot of these audio series are going to just be my thoughts, honestly. Very unscripted, very much me. And I hope you continue to rock with me on this audio series. We still do not have a name, but we're gonna get there. I will see you guys on the next episode. And as always, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're listening to this audio series on. Connect with your girl. Let's do this thing together. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.